What up, what up? It's your boy K here, still on this crypto journey, a little vlog here, getting a little breakfast for the work fam. But the W-2 plus a couple of side hustles keep you afloat, keep you out of debt, keep you ahead, keep you from living paycheck to paycheck. One source of income is not enough these days. You never know when something's gonna fall off, so having multiple streams is always key. But focusing on and limiting to one or two as you get those going, and not trying to spread yourself too wide, trying to do too many things. So a lot of people call me asking about different things, whether it's as far as credit, as far as the courier gig space, starting a business, you know what I mean? You got to do everything in order. There's no shortcuts. There's no quick way to success with these things. So let's talk about first with doing business. If you want to start a business, I talk a lot about courier work, doing auto parts courier, medical courier work, office space work, event space work. If you want to start any type of business, you got to go through the proper channels. Asking questions like, do I need a business license? Do I have to start a business to do this business? Like, what do you mean? Do you have to start a business to do a business? Yes, of course. Now, if you're not going to make over $3,000 a year and you start a business, then now you got to pay taxes. You got to pay sales tax. There are some things around that could possibly hurt you, actually starting a business. If you're just starting out, if you're not making a lot of money in what you're doing, but eventually as you grow, you will make that money, and it's always good just to have everything set up as you get started. So as you grow and start making revenue and start putting money in those bank accounts, you can start reaping the benefits as far as loans, as far as cheaper interest rates, as far as better banking products as you go along. So that's the thing I just want you guys to know, that start the process, know the process in and out before you jump into it. And that leads me to the credit, the CPN space, some of the other things. People hit me up needing to know knowledge about business credit, needing to know knowledge about Chef Corps. People ask me about Chef Corps. I got a question. There's no shade. The guy who asked me the question, but said, do I need to attach a name to a Chef Corp? Like, I just knew by him asking that question, the way he worded it, he really doesn't understand what a Chef Corp is. People really don't understand what business credit is and how to get funding off of a business. You don't need to attach a name to a business. A business is its own separate entity. Of course, you can be self-employed and be the owner of the business and have majority stake in the business or majority ownership in the business, but the business is always a separate entity. So in that regards, you can't attach a name to a Chef Corp. Now, what he's probably thinking of, or what he probably wanted to do, was PG a business loan or a business line of credit or a business credit card in order to reap the finances off the Chef Corp. So for instance, if you have a Chef Corp with tax returns, it's been in business for 5 or 6 years, it can show that you make $10,000 a month through that business, you can get a loan based off of that. But a lot of times these banks want some type of name, some type of collateral, some type of safety measure to say, if your business is closed or you default on a loan, we can still come after somebody to get the money. So that's what it means by attaching a name, attaching something to a business. But you're only doing that when you're applying for a loan. And that's just simple. When you apply for a loan, they ask you for your social. There's no mystery, there's no hard trick to it. There's no, nothing extra to it. But just knowing little steps and knowing how credit works, you wouldn't ask that question. That's the same across the board. With business credit, personal credit, anything, you are going to have to attach your name when you PG. Or if your business is bringing up revenue, you won't have to do that. You can just get a loan strictly off your business revenue, and for our merchant cash loans, invoice loans, a couple of things like that work out. So just want to hop on, man, talk about it, be about it, be intentional, and learn intently. Learn everything you got to know about something you want to jump into. Of course, these YouTube videos help, but just don't watch a 10-second video and then come asking people a bunch of silly questions. Understand what you're doing, understanding what you mean, understanding what you want to do in life. I can tell people who's serious about what they're talking about, serious about their goals, just off the information they already know. So if it seems like I'm being short, if I seem like I'm, not paying you attention or ignoring you based off the questions you may ask, it's probably because it's a silly question. All right, so let's educate ourselves. Let's deep dive. Let's go. Let's watch all the YouTube videos, start to finish. And then if it's something that you're missing out on, if it's something confusing, then ask pointed, directed questions. Just don't ask, hey, how do I start being a courier? Hey, how do I get a business fund? No, like, okay, what banks pull from this credit union, or what banks need a 700 score? Those are more directed questions to ask. What banks can I get into with a low credit score? Those are better questions to ask than then, how do I get a loan? All right, so I don't want to be preaching for a soapbox like I'm just all high and mighty, but there are things you got to learn, people, and let's be about it. Let's be intentional.